Welcome to Hot Rides and Real Estate. My name is JB Bolvadin, and today we take an epic ride in the Corvette C8 3LT. And more importantly, and more exciting, we work with Kieran Rodgers, who sold over $45 million in the last 12 months and is rocking it. Kieran, what's up, buddy? How's everything?
Good. How about you? Welcome.
Good. Thank you. Thank you. Thanks for having us here.
Of course.
So we're at this beautiful house here. What do we got going on here?
So we have a 6-bed, 9-bath, 5.83 acres on this beautiful, beautiful lot. We have a sports car. We have a 3-car garage and custom finishings throughout the property and just a real gem.
Oh my God, well, I'm excited to see it. So Kieran, the interesting thing about this property is that it's over 5 acres, which is kind of large for this block.
Yeah,
it's
absolutely.
Like double the size. Why don't you show us what we can actually get here for $6.75 million?
Let's take a look. JB, welcome to 650 Chicken Valley.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so coming in here, you got high ceilings, you got a nice open plan. This was like any tighter, I wouldn't love it, but this is like the perfect amount of space. Guests come in, you greet them. You can't even make it to the kitchen yet because your eyes just get drawn this way and then to the formal dining room. The sellers really knocked this out of the park. And for like interior designing, you think somebody like professionally interior designed this home. It was Mom. Wow. Mom just took over here and she's got good taste. Let's take a little stroll. I'm gonna show you this way because it just continues to get better and better throughout.
All right.
Right? So I work a lot. I know you work a lot, right? So this is where I'm gonna say the magic really happens, right? To live these great lifestyles and do fantastic things, you gotta make money. So owner of the property hangs out a lot in here. Does his trading and everyday work. He's got his little drink cocktail bar when you need something a little bit late. But this is the man's throne right here.
That's how you know. Anyone in finance has 3 monitors or more.
Yes, without a doubt. More TVs, the better is what you just got to look busy too, right? But such a sweetheart of a family. You could tell with the design, this is not just like a full gut reno. It's just like, it feels like a home. It is a home.
There was a lot of thought put into this, a lot of love put into this. And, you know, even I love this setup in here. I mean, you could stay productive in here from even the lighting, the concept of it. It's great.
Absolutely.
It's got the fireplace too.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't ask for a better place.
Get some important phone call as you close the double French doors. But you're just a few hops away from the family room and this beautiful kitchen. So I would spend a lot of my time here. I probably need one of these rooms, actually.
If you're a high-producing real estate agent here on Long Island, I got some great news for you because we are very excited to announce our new reality TV show, Rush for Real Estate. Who will rush to become #1 in the business? Follow people through their real experiences, showing the real deal of what it takes to do a transaction, while also blowing up your brand, helping us blow up Long Island real estate. If you think you have what it takes, we'll be casting very soon. Check the description below for the details, and you better rush to get involved because Rush Real Estate starts shooting in the first quarter of 2025. We'll see you at the audition. You spent 24 years, I mean, you're still active in the mortgage industry, but you spent 24 years in the mortgage industry. Then all of a sudden, one day you decided, let me play this game of real estate. How the heck did that happen?
COVID. I was home, I was quarantined, and I decided to jump into $1 Million Listing and watched a whole bunch of reruns. And then I said, you know what? I'm kind of looking for the next chapter here, not knowing that it was going to be real estate, but I signed up for the Groupon class and then dove into it. And then everything kind of, you know, you try and recreate systems and real estate and how to do things differently. But I think I'm very good at not recreating, but modifying what's currently happening. And then you just maximize the deal volume.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah, real estate's been a great journey. I enjoy it. I mean, I get to see beautiful houses like this and do incredible things like this where mortgages, I think I'm pretty good at mortgages too. 24 years and, you know, great consumer rating. And I know the ins and outs of it, which helps me with real estate. So I always wanted to do something that complemented what I already knew.
Yeah.
Because I'm not prepared to like learn how to play piano tomorrow.
Yeah,
You know? The biggest thing is actually protecting people because I know what is good and what's not good. But like a brand new buyer coming into the industry, what do you know?
Yeah.
You know, you're relying on me, and I should be as good as possible
Yeah.
for you.
Yeah.
So that's what I think I mostly enjoy about it. It's rewarding. So what's even greater, the house is kind of split into wings. I mean, living room, fireplace, outdoor access to the outdoor patio. Like your family comes over and you're prepping for dinner, if you're not hanging out in the family room watching a sports game, this is a perfect spot not only to catch up with family, but also maybe a business transaction or whatever it is, right? We talk about life every day.
So, you know, a lot of people watch the show are in the real estate industry, and one of the biggest things that all real estate agents want to do is get into luxury and ultra luxury.
Sure.
But they're very intimidated by it, and they don't even know how to get into it.
Right.
How did you get into this?
Hard work, dedication, and discipline. Real estate is definitely not for everybody. And to get to this level, I had to sell my 500s, my 600s, my 800s. And then you start to break through with your relationships and whatnot, right? But good people, good business, your reputation is everything. And these owners gave me a shot. They found me because I sold 1275 Wolver Hollow for $10 million. And this was just a phone call that came in when I was in the car. And this is how this all came to birth.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I definitely have a few secrets up my sleeve on how to do business. It's not a secret. It's just no one else is going to do it.
You mind sharing it?
Yeah, it's building relationships. And can I put a house on the market? Absolutely. I click a few buttons and it's like Facebook for real estate, right? Upload a few photos, but there's so much more to it. It's reaching out to the top 25 agents that did a deal in this volume, then downloading the last 20 agents that did a deal in that area. And it's as simple as, hey, are you working with somebody that you might have lost a deal with already that they weren't able to buy? Would they be interested in this? And then it's just one big relationship. And a contact relationship manager is the most important thing. I'm not searching for somebody. I know exactly who they are. And I guess it's like being a little bit of a detective, right? Or a matchmaker.
Yeah.
So how do I make matches easier? Is I know who's looking, I know who's possibly, and it's putting those two parties together and coming up with a happy medium.
Yeah. Making it happen.
Yeah. But I think that's, putting a sign in the yard and just hoping. This is not a business for hope. It's just not. You're going to get crushed. It's a business for people that grind. You work quietly. You never celebrate a deal or else it's never going to close.
Yeah, 100%.
It's 101. I remember going to this listing appointment and the owner, he's like, so you've been contacting me for 2 years, Kieran. What do you got to say? And I'm like, I just know I can do this better. He's like, I've heard it so much, Kieran. What can you do better? I'm like, I can do everything better. It's just like you don't know me. Like I promise you. And he's like, I heard that from the, and I'm like, you know what? You're absolutely right. I am no different than everybody else, but I just, I care a little bit more. And I know I can sell this house. So where I lit him up was, I need a 6-month agreement because I need to feel that pressure of selling your house. I don't want to talk to you, Mr. Gissel. I don't want to talk to you in a year. I want to sell your house and then we can be friends after. And then he wanted $9 million. And I said, I'm going to list it for 10.25. He's like, you're out of your mind. We already failed at that. I said, exactly. I'm going to show you why I'm different. And I sold it for 10 million. And I sold it in 100 days when 750 days with these 2 other agents failed. And that just opened up a door. And then this guy called me, and then somebody else is calling me.
Jimmy Fallon.
Yeah. Where do you spend most of your time, right? So I'm in the library/office. I'm in my bedroom. I am watching some sports, whether it's the Jets, Giants, Islanders, whatever. But then the kitchen. So very custom touches here.
Yeah.
Double dishwasher, butler's prep room that pushes out to the formal dining room so you can keep everything kind of separate. Top of the line appliances. And I think this is where most people spend a lot of time, right?
100%. You could easily host a few hundred people with
Ah,
this kitchen, like pump it out.
pump it out.
What I really love about it is that you have this like endless possibilities feel. There's like no restriction to what you want to do or how you can do it.
Right.
You can tell a lot of thought was put into everything, every detail, and it's timeless.
Yeah.
This is going to be beautiful today, and 20 years from now, it'll still be beautiful.
It kind of has the feel of like the early 1900s, but just with some updates. It is just a fantastic spot to enjoy, cook, and have a little pastime.
Yeah. So what room sells the house, in your opinion?
I think the kitchen is a big selling point. So usually, JB, if the wife loves the kitchen, we're on a good step forward.
Yeah.
The husband, right, we hit the check mark. The library, but you know, give it to the females and the CEOs of all parties. There's a lot of selling points. Another selling point is just to sit down where the family can come in, their family dinners. If you have to go a little bit more formal for Thanksgiving or whatever holiday, you have it. You have a main floor bedroom for maybe mom and dad or whatever. So the kitchen's a big selling point for sure. And
Yeah.
this one checks all the boxes.
It sounds like multiple people are making a decision. Husband loves one thing, but that's not good enough. The wife has to love it, and that's not good enough. Their children have to love it. So you have 4 or 5 decision makers coming in, if not more,
Right.
in that process. So it's definitely like an ecosystem of things that put it together, right?
You're absolutely right. And I learned something when I was younger. You make more money when you help people, not sell people.
Yeah.
So you can't force somebody to buy this house.
No.
I can't sell something unless I believe in it.
Right.
So I went to YouTube, I took notes. I was not a student in school, but for me to sell a product, I need to know everything about it. So I spent every weekend going to the local spots because I owed it to the seller to know what's going on in the area. So I went to all like the planting fields. I went to restaurants. I, for the most part, know of them. The local parks. I can't say Friends Academy is over here without knowing the specifics of Friends Academy.
The biggest thing I see when I'm working with real estate agents is they get into a funk. So what happens is that whether that's emotional or financial, they're related. Usually if your business is doing well, you're not doing well personally. Personally, if you're not doing well, usually your business isn't doing well. It's hard for one to be great and the other one to be terrible.
Right.
But that being said, what we see a lot of this is roller coaster.
Sure.
Where they get some deals, they get some traction, then they fall down. They get some deals, get some traction, then they fall down. And you see them that they just can't believe it can even be done. Like it's not real, even though they're in it and they're seeing other people win, it's not real to them. Have you ever been in a funk like that? And if you have, how'd you get yourself out?
Definitely been in a funk. Younger Kieran was in funk. I know that my phone is my personal ATM, and I know if I make the next 30 phone calls right now, I'll have another deal. I know that if I reach out to 30 people that have nothing to do with real estate and check in with my friends, it will give me a sense of comfort that something will come out of something. If you don't create the deal, then you're waiting like everybody else. And if you want to wait 6 months for a check and have one deal and that one deal crumbles, and then you're sitting there questioning your life, God bless you, go that route. You need to have multiple deals on the board. You need to have multiple things going on. You need to tell me, oh my goodness, I am swamped. But you can't ever be too busy for the next client, right? You don't know who's going to send you the next deal. I think there's creative ways to get yourself out of funks. Funks do happen. After closing this big transaction or any transaction, I don't care about the volume anymore. I'm a very cold set person I don't care what the volume is. I don't care what the unit is. I don't care about the numbers, to be honest with you, JB. I just keep going. And my boss is like, all right, so that's great. You just made the biggest check you ever made. I said, yeah, but the job's not done yet. Like, he's like, what do you mean? I said, I still have 11 other transactions that I represent. So it would be unfair for me to celebrate anything, especially having a team now because those people rely on me. I rely on them now, delegating leads and business. And you just need to keep going. And if you find yourself in a funk, it's okay to cry. It's okay to take a deep breath, but get up and just keep going, because you're not going to be anything in this industry unless you know how to fail. When somebody says yes to you after 15 no's, keep going. Do you want to talk about a thrill? That's what's up.
You know what the saying is, and it's true. When I'm training people, it's the harder they are to get in front of, the easier they are to close.
Right?
Because they value their time a lot. So if they keep telling you no, 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 but then they go, yeah, sure, they're serious.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of people get so discouraged because they want layups. But the easier they are to get in front of, the harder they are to close, because usually they're just talking.
Right.
And wasting time.
So when your guests come in, this is a awesome table, I'm going to say.
Incredible.
Right? This is seating 10 people, custom wallpaper, Ralph Lauren, a spot that you can do homework, a multi-purpose spot, but it just gives you a sense of elegance, and everything kind of pops in its own way, that your eyes get drawn to so many different areas.
Yeah, it's relaxed too. Like it feels like you could literally sit here for 5 hours if you wanted to, and just not even get uncomfortable. Like,
Absolutely.
just bring it on.
Yeah, this is like the lazy boy of sit down here and just maybe take a nap, or just, wait for food to come out and just enjoy it, right? This is where the jokes and the laughing and the political things and whatever else happens here. So,
what is it going to take to get a Thanksgiving invite here?
Oh, man. Well, if you want to make an offer, that would probably start us on the right foot. That will get the turkey bacon. So coming upstairs, right? So you go left wing, right wing. All the bedrooms have en-suites. All the bedrooms have radiant floors. You can let me know which bedroom you love the most. I'm going to go kind of here, right?
Yeah.
This bedroom, because each child kind of has their own taste, right?
Yeah.
Most of the bedrooms, if not all, I'm thinking, nice little walk-in closet. They also have an ensuite. I'm loving the pink here. The pink pops.
Yeah.
This bathroom caters to each child, and custom tile throughout, and just a nice place to catch a few Z's, we say. Princess sleeps here. No doubt about that. So, girls run the world, but let's say you're looking for that little sports fanatic room, right?
Yeah.
So, coming into the boys, right away, not sure if you can tell, but we got ourselves a Yankee fan. Dark blue, custom, wood floors, everything that a boy would want.
Yep.
So some good old autographs here. Also comes with the walk-in and the ensuite with radiant floors. Maybe he won some money on this horse. Who knows? But keeping it equal, girls versus boys.
Yeah, both really well done.
Yeah.
Great taste. And it's so abundant, the amount of space. Even just for the kids' rooms, it's just massive.
Yeah, and you know what? That's kind of what I'm seeing lately, is that people are looking for a high premium on a house, but the rooms are still very small.
Exactly.
And when you get to this level, you expect a lot of things. Having a ensuite off every single bedroom with radiant floors, like your kids have radiant floors, you know? And this doesn't have to be a kid's room. This could be extended family, but everybody's getting that luxury feel. And the rooms are beautiful with natural light coming in.
Absolutely. It's usually only designated for the primary, which is a shame, because when you spend this much money, like you said, everyone should benefit from it. And this house is a great example of it.
And I think that's the biggest thing, is that it's just not mom and dad getting all the lifestyle accommodations. The kids are too. And if you think about it, if they get used to this, this is what they want in life as well.
Yeah.
Raise the bar, I say.
That's right. Keep the standards high.
Yeah.
There's two things I really wanted to get my children involved in at a very young age.
What's that?
I want them to work in fast food because it's rough. You deal with a lot of people. They also tend to not be as happy because they're hungry. And you tend to be underappreciated. I know that because my first job ever was in fast food.
Which one?
KFC.
KFC.
So I'm not knocking the industry, but I'm saying it's not an easy one.
Yeah.
So putting a kid who's kind of like just getting started learning people skills, you learn a lot of things.
Yeah.
Right after that, that first level of boot camp, next thing is cold calling.
Yeah.
I think you being a caller in 9th grade in the mortgage industry, That's freaking awesome, because it must have been uncomfortable as shit when
So
you first. Oh my
uncomfortable.
God. And you can't relate to anyone when you're in ninth grade. Everyone you're calling has a different life. They're much older than you.
Yeah.
Like, it's hard to even make a connection or like rapport. So to close that gap of reality between you and the person you're speaking to
Yeah.
is it's more valuable than I think a lot of people will realize.
Yeah.
There's something that you mentioned earlier, which is your parents told you that you'd make more money if you help people. So what's the philosophy that shaped that approach to your career, both in the mortgage side and the real estate side, just helping people?
My parents are not salespeople. My dad's a phys ed teacher. My mom was a newborn nurse. My mom had relationships that were you had no idea. If you needed something, she'd make a phone call, but that phone call came from like earned respect of my mom dropping dinners off at people's houses and just going that extra, just because. So I learned that helping people allows me to not cringe when you call me. The toughest attorneys that call me that I represent, it's not like I don't want to talk to them. It's like, all right, they're looking for me to help. And it just makes things that much easier. I think there's a kind way of going about business that I don't need you to know I'm cutthroat and I might take your head off. If you want that deal so much, God bless you, go have it. It's good ethics. It is an obsession to be kind. It's the ability to execute and deliver and promise what I tell you will happen. And I only fine-tune that skill from years of knowing what went wrong. It just makes life so much easier when you can approach things that way and do things, do what you promise and do what you say.
I was always curious about this stat that I'm about to ask you. There's first-time home buyers. Obviously, most people buying a home like this are not a first-time home buyer, but it might be their first ever luxury or ultra-luxury property.
Sure.
What percentage of buyers for these type of homes are buying their first ever luxury property?
I think that's a great question because a lot's changing right now.
Yeah.
I have a bunch of friends that play video games and they get paid a lot of money.
Yeah.
I have financial people that have been in the business and are building their book. So there was a buyer that was 19 years old that was looking at this.
That's incredible.
There's a lot of money out there that people are making in creative ways. Typically not your first time home buyer, but this is definitely a home that people are leaving Queens, Brooklyn, and the city and just want to come out and just kind of enjoy peace instead of doorman and HOA fees. And, they want to make it their own, or the family's expanding and growing.
Yeah.
So a great question. And there's so many different buyers who have backgrounds that you're like, what do you do? And you just get blown away. I mean, I have a guy that does custom cakes and he's making $1 bazillion. Go figure, he doesn't even make the cakes. He just owns the Google spot on 1, 2, and 3.
Wow,
right?
That's incredible.
Genius. I think that's what's cool about real estate as well, is that I get to meet a lot of different people who brainstorm and I think like me. There's only certain ways that you can buy big houses and, having a business or an entrepreneur or a CEO, but meeting all these people is, I love having conversations. And it's not so much me selling people on why they should use me, but it's almost me being curious about how they got here and what's next for them.
Yeah.
Now, what's cool is this comes in through the garage, right? So the house is kind of partially separated if you wanted staff or nanny or parents. A lot of people are moving in with each other right now because of the cost of living. Mom and dad sold their property and they are daycare, right? I mean, daycare is a pretty extensive fee.
Also, it's great too, because let's say you want to bring your family into this type of property. You're not living on top of each other. It's like literally living in your own in your own two worlds if you want it to be.
You're absolutely right. When you need to see them, you can see them. Make a snack of peanut butter and jelly in the kitchen and watch the ball game, or just have a little peaceful time on your own. Maybe read a book. There's so many little hangout areas. That's what life is. Enjoying time with your family.
100%. Love it. All right, so we've seen a lot, but obviously the king and queen
Yeah.
have the best spot. What are 2 things that you want to make better about yourself? What are 2 things that you're like, man, I got to tune this up?
Whew, man. I would say work-life balance, but that's such an out, because in this industry there is no work-life balance. What I'm trying to do right now is build something that I know I can build and compete with the best of the best. You know, selling at 10 million is great, but what about the other, 60, 700 Ks? So building the brand with the agency, building something that I didn't think was attainable, but I know I can. So my wife understands that work-life balance is right now kind of grind right now. And then the second item is to listen more, listen to people's stories, not be so busy, not to pick up the phone for like family, because time is precious. And I think listening is so important. How's your work-life balance?
So, it's funny you say that. So before I had children, I worked basically 7 days a week.
Yeah.
I still work on weekends, but I try to like balance it more. But once I had my daughter in 2020, that's when I started to actually make a conscious effort to balance. Luckily, my wife is the most supportive person when it comes to work. She's never said, you work too much or come home. In fact, just to prove to you like how much of like a trooper she is, when we got married, we had a destination wedding in Cyprus.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
And my cousin came to me and he said, hey, I need a big favor from you. And I said, what's up? He's like, I'm going to go fly to Turkey to pitch a well-known real estate brokerage here, the franchisee of opening up one in Cyprus. I need you to come with me to help pitch it, cut your honeymoon short. I went to my wife and said, this is what he wants. She goes, all right, let's do it. We actually cut our honeymoon short to do it.
Dude, opportunity, right?
Yeah. She's down. Like when it comes to like opportunity, she'll do it. So that's what I really appreciate about her.
I think that's such a powerful thing to have that many people don't. But when you have somebody, and all you need is one person that you're with all day, every day, supports you, even when shit is not good.
Yeah.
That is a life-changing item.
100%.
But if somebody bitches you out because you're working and you never spend enough time, it's just there's one person in each family that raises the level for the families to come. And if you're on an avenue of success, you gotta keep doing. She believed in you.
Yeah.
Right? What's better than that?
Nothing's better than that. It's the most amazing feeling.
We've seen most of the bedrooms.
Yeah.
This is where the homeowner has time just to separate themselves a little bit, right?
Yeah.
Talk about the family goals and decisions that are next. The primary bedroom. Tastefully done. You have outdoor access. We all work very hard. It's a moment just to read a book, go to bed, discuss the next move with your partner, or just brainstorm and dream, right? Yeah. So very peaceful setting. And I love this primary bedroom. This bedroom is so pretty and hard not for people to like it.
Yeah. No, it's so well done. It feels almost like a resort than like just like a house, like very like serene, nice. The colors are great. We only have this light's on low, but like we have so much natural light coming in. There's a balcony right outside. Yeah. It's everything you want.
You wake up, you hit the gym, you get yourself going, you come out. We got some beautiful fall foliage going on right now.
Yep.
I just need a coffee, maybe a little tunes, and just take it all in.
That's right. Just hang out, enjoy life.
Yeah. honestly, I think if I had hair, it's back at the light. That is insane.
You know, Chevy really killed it with the Corvette. They did a phenomenal job.
Yeah.
So what age, Kieran, should we not give this car to?
What age should we not give this car to?
Yeah, like what age?
Oh,
like,
man.
what age would you be in where this would be a bad idea to throw you the keys?
Yeah, I mean, this is anywhere from the first-time driver to like 27, I think.
I agree.
One, you don't respect it. Two, parents shouldn't let their kids drive a car like this unless they earn it and are willing to lose it. This car deserves respect. You know, it's funny. My first car was a Nissan Altima 3.5 stick shift. I didn't know how to drive stick. My friend drove it home from the dealership, and I don't know why I bought this thing, because it was like so damn gorgeous. Like, it was just a pretty car at the time, and it was so quick.
Yeah.
But I mean, what did I do? I blew the clutch. I called up Nissan. I'm like, give me a brand new car, and they did.
When I was a kid growing up, you know, when we moved out to Long Island, because when you live in, I grew up in Queens too.
Yeah. Whereabouts?
Whitestone.
Oh yeah, sure.
So when my parents moved to Long Island, he had a really old car that was unreliable, and my mom would, you know, we would walk to the grocery store, walk other places, which is really unusual in Long Island.
Right.
All the kids in there would be making fun of me for like not having a car, for my dad having like a shitty car.
Yeah.
Like just making me feel like shit. We'd walk, I'd be holding groceries, they would laugh at me, or they'd wait till my mom's inside, then they come and like talk shit to me. So there was just something about, since I was young, of having like, not just a car that would start or be reliable, but a nice one too.
Sure.
And the one kid on my block that would always, you know, insult me or make fun of me when I was a kid, he was still living on the block as we were growing up. And then I moved out, bought a house, and he was still on that block. And I had a BMW M850, which was like $112,000.
Yeah.
It was a nice car, 524 horsepower, sick
Sure.
car. And I saw him getting in like his older car, and then he saw me and I saw him. And I just smiled at that moment, and nothing needed to be said.
That's it.
I could just see like it just crushed them.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that's how I feel about everyone, but like him, I felt good. It felt good.
The best revenge is success.
Yeah. Well,
I like how they kind of curved the screen in too.
yeah.
Like,
yeah.
it's not for me, it's for you.
Yeah, they made everything.
I get to enjoy this.
Yeah. They made it like a cockpit of a plane.
Yeah.
That's how you feel like you're in. In track mode, the car's exhaust note changes again. So if I put it in track mode,
Oh, you can set your levels and everything.
yeah. Now everything is,
Wow.
engine sound is all the way up, brake feel is tight, engine shift is very tight. So now everything is very, very like tight as far as like its tolerances. So if you go lower in gear, let's say, I'll feed her a little power, but like it's much more responsive now.
Wow. That was like, you ever go on Nitro at Great Adventure?
Yeah.
Holy.
So funny, we were doing an experiment once with these cars.
Yeah.
Want to see like which car is a chick magnet. And we've come to the conclusion that all cars are just dick magnets.
I bet.
You're only gonna have guys come up to you in these cars. That doesn't mean a woman would appreciate it, but like,
That's funny.
yeah, the cars are,
Yeah. This definitely gets the 75-year-old that tells you he's got, you know, one from 1972.
yeah. Well, we, like from the experimenting, if you want a great conversation starter, you want to network, a sports car is a great way to do it.
Uh-huh.
If you're trying to pick up girls, go buy a puppy.
Yeah. The
It's gonna-
puppy wins
The
all
puppy
day.
will beat the car all day. The car doesn't do much.
Yeah. The puppy actually crushes it.
Oh my God, yeah.
So how do you like the car, guys?
We love the car, are you kidding?
This is American-made beef, I'm calling this. This thing has so much muscle, yet so much like ease, and like it's, you don't even know this thing is an animal.
It has the comfort of like a luxury car, but like the power of a track car.
I think they check all the boxes and just nailed this.
And the cool factor too, right? Just
Yeah,
a
you
cool
don't have
car.
to sell your kidney.
Well, we toured one of the nicest homes available on Long Island. We learned on how to break into the luxury market and crush it in real estate, and we burned some rubber in that Corvette. How can we beat that type of day?
I'm telling you, what a incredible day. Thank you. That car moves. Thank you. What a great day. I was hoping that maybe you can help me open up the pool.
You know, I'd love to, but that's all the time we have for today. We're going to have to get back.
Oh.
Thank you for watching Hot Rides and Real Estate. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment.
With the fucking pool.
What was it?
Nothing.
Oh, all right. Thanks, Kieran.